Today marks a very epic change in my channel. I have actually discovered that I enjoy making kind of mini TV show style series. So that's what I want to do in the upcoming 2025 season, as well as the remainder of this year, is I want to try to make you guys more. I want to give you viewers more of the experience. Instead of just giving you a day of fishing on the water, a few fish catches, sometimes a montage, and that's it, I want to give you guys the full all-out what it's like to come fishing with BinyaOutDoors. So today starts that journey. We're heading to upstate New York. We're camping for 4 days with content creators and friends, and I'm going to bring you guys along for the whole ride. You're going to see the travel, you're going to see the camping, the hanging out, the off-water and on-water antics. We're going to have a great time, and I can't wait for you guys to come along with me. Welcome to BinyaOutDoors Unsupervised.
Welcome to New York.
All right, as the nice lady in the dash said, welcome to New York. We are just across the border. We are heading to Rivers Crossing Campground. So this is the northern end of Cayuga. There's a campground up there. They actually have access right to the river, which is the tributary to Cayuga. My plan for today is actually not to fish Cayuga. So tomorrow is the Jigs and Bigs slot series tournament, and I want to not go beat up on fish before I hit the lake for the tournament when the fish actually count. What we are going to do is we're going to hit the campground, we're going to get the campsite set up, we're going to get home base completely organized and ready to go for the weekend. Just one less thing to worry about. When I travel, I like to make the travel day relaxing. I don't really want to get stressed out. I already have a 5-hour drive. I don't want to have to then put pressure on getting fish and then going back and trying to set up after a long day of fishing. So that being said, there will be fishing in this episode, because what we're going to do is we're going to set up the site, and then we're actually going to fish the river that's connected to the campground. They have their own little ramp, and there's a whole section of river right there. Whether or not there's any good fish in there or any fish at all, I can't really speak to, never been there. But we're gonna check that out for one of two reasons. One, because, well, let's be honest, it's a fishing trip. I might as well get some fishing in. But also because of the fact that that particular tributary is an area that if the weather gets nasty, tomorrow the forecast has been calling for a variety of different weather conditions. There's the hurricane hitting Florida. So that Milton hurricane, that's hitting Florida right now, and unfortunately that's pushing some wind up to where I'm going to be. So we're looking at like 30, 40 mile an hour gusts potentially, or no wind at all. The forecast constantly keeps changing as that storm keeps changing. So ultimately, if there's a nasty conditions for Cayuga, I want to have a backup plan, and the backup plan might be fishing the tributary. It's gonna be a lot calmer, it's gonna be a lot safer, and with a 10-foot kayak, I don't really want to be on a 40-something thousand acre lake that could just be roaring and have huge waves. So that's really the plan for today's episode, is really just to get camp set up. I'm gonna introduce you guys to everybody that I'm gonna be hanging out with. We're gonna do some scenes later of that. We're probably gonna take a tour. I'm gonna give you guys one content creator that's already gonna be there. We're probably going to take a tour of Enthusiast Adventurer's bus at some point. And yeah, that's basically how this episode is going to roll out. The rest of the series, guys, I really don't know. But my plan is to record the whole thing. My goal is to give you guys the full experience, really just show you everything. I'm gonna record the entire day, all day long. I'm gonna have different little cutscenes, different things where you guys are gonna see us hanging out. You're gonna see some fishing. You're gonna see us eating, everything. It's gonna be like you guys came on the trip with us. So I really hope you guys enjoy that part of the video as well. Like I said, I have 3 hours, 38 minutes left. So I'm gonna stop talking and start driving, and I'll see you guys at the campground.
Take the next right, then your destination will be on the right. Your destination is on the right.
Honestly, it's cool. The water's like right there. You could literally just go bank fish right there. He's here. Yeah.
Oh, hello, my little flower.
So, what do you think? All right, guys. Home sweet home for the next 3 nights. I got the canopy over top because it's supposed to rain. I want to make sure, if you guys can kind of see, it's down at an angle. Shed water away from my tent. This is an older tent, so I'm not so sure if it's real good. One of the most important parts of any camping trip, beer and water. And that is going to be the home for the next 3 nights. We are leaving the little marina area for the campground, and we're heading out to go fish this little river. It looks pretty good. It's got a lot of wood along the shoreline. It's got a lot of, looks like, cover. So far, from what I can tell based on my fish finder, the water temp's actually significantly higher than I expected it to be. So we're looking at 74-degree water, and we're sitting in about 5 feet of water, which is a really good thing because that means I'm going to be able to really break down some of this water early. I'm going to be able to fish pretty much right out of the access here. I'm going to probably head, and I'm kind of deciding how I want to do this, but I think I'm going to head down into the current a little bit, fish it, maybe work upstream too. I'm not really sure exactly how I want to do it. The wind is kind of picking up a little bit, and it is going to be a little bit of a job to get back upstream, you know, pedaling against the current. But right now, guys, we're just hitting the water. We're going to check this place out. Never been here, never seen it. No idea what species are in here, but we're going to see if we can find some fishable water. All right, so we are on the river. I'm not really a current guy. It's not normally my deal, but I'm fishing this for 2 reasons. One, convenience. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to drive out. And, you know, I only have a few hours to fish, so this gives me more time to fish. The other factor to take into account here is that tomorrow is the slot series tournament, the Jigs and Bigs slot series. And the goal is to catch as many 12 to 17 inch bass as you can. Well, unfortunately, the weather, as I said in the intro, is, you know, going to be kind of iffy. We've heard everything from 12 to 17 to 30-mile-an-hour winds. So if that lake gets real bad, I want to have a backup plan. I want to have a place that I'm going to be able to roll out and still fish, be able to pivot real easy. And this is only about 10 minutes from the main part of Cayuga. So what that gives me is it gives me the opportunity to really fish. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what my baits are here. It gives me the opportunity to have a backup plan because, you know, I'm going to be limited to a window and I don't know exactly what's going to happen until tomorrow morning. So we're going to keep working our way around. We're going to keep fishing
this area and see if we can find a bite, see if we can get into some fish. At the very least, this is a tributary to the main lake, so if they're biting it here, it's very possible they'll be biting it on the main lake too, so it'll be a good way to try out some different baits, things like that. The other thing to take into account also is that this right here is a place that has a ton of different species, so it might be fun just to see if I can hook into a walleye or another type of fish as well. That's got to be a smallmouth or something, the way it's running. It's definitely going to be a smallmouth. Oh yeah. Nice little largie, actually. Hell yeah, guys. First fish of the New York trip right there, baby. On the Wacky rig. Hell yeah. First little largie, guys. And that right there would definitely be within the slot, I think. Can we look? Let me check him real quick. Yep, he's 13 and a half. Let me actually send a photo to my friends. That's a big fish right there that just surfaced. All right, guys, first fish of the trip right there, baby, on the Wacky rig. He hit that kind of tentatively too, so I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. He definitely wasn't super aggressive with it, but definitely first fish on the board. And we have at least, there's some big fish jumping over there, guys. I gotta get over there and see what's going on, but that right there was on a Berkeley Max scent in June bug. The reason I'm fishing the June bug color right now specifically is because of the water clarity. We are talking straight chocolate milk color, nasty colored water, and that June bug just kind of stands out a little bit more. Black definitely is another color that would stand out as well, but I just prefer the June bug. It's kind of a confidence color when I'm doing searching, you know. I like that color. It stands out. It's a little different than what everybody else is usually throwing. A lot of guys throw black blue fleck in these conditions, whereas that June bug is just a slightly different tint, and those fish aren't used to seeing it. And by this time of year, you know, late October, you have, those fish have seen a ton, and I mean a ton of different baits, especially with this being right connected to the Cayuga Lake, which is a huge, you know, big fishery that a lot of people spend time at. So I'm thinking that, you know, the June bug color might be a go-to for this tournament, as well as, honestly, I think it might just be a little sneaky thing that I can pull off to be a little different than everybody else. This. Just run this for free. I'm gonna use for a hook. I'm gonna use a smaller hook because I want to use that fucking. How big is that? How big is that shrimp? These shrimp always small. Need a small hook for that. Yeah, baby. Number 2, Texas rig. Little largie. That was actually on a Fisher Dye Sherman. I'm gonna show you guys these. These are a pretty cool little bait. It's like the perfect size little craw that kind of gives you the ability to fish a finesse but power fishing technique. So I switched to Texas rig, and that right there was another little fun fish catch, guys. Not a monster, but nice little fish. So that right there was on this bait right here, guys. It's actually a fish or die bait. I'm pretty impressed with it so far. It looks good in the water. The color is killer. It is exactly the kind of June bug color that I like right there. It's got the little appendages. Unfortunately, one got eaten, so I'll probably have to change it out, but that right there got hit on the 3rd cast, guys. So definitely a pretty quick positive result. I'm gonna probably fish one more of these, and then I'm gonna save the rest of them for the tournament. But that right there was a really good bite, and that was on a free rig, so kind of a Texas rig, but basically I take a drop shot weight and just let it run free on the line, and it just kind of creates a little bit of a different fall. But yeah, that was a pretty fun bite, guys. So fish number 2. Next one. Hell yeah. This river is fun, guys. This river is fun. That's a good sized fish right there. It's a good quality largemouth. That is a good quality, nice, chunky largemouth. They always manage to get a leg, huh? They always manage to get one leg. That sucks. No, that's okay. That right there is going to be a fish we're going to measure, guys. That's a nice, aggressive largemouth. I might just try fishing this with one leg broken and see what happens. But that right there, fish number 2 on the Fish or Die Sherman. I'm going to put the color up here, guys, because I don't want to get the package out right now. But that's going to be a fish I'm going to measure. Just want to see, get my eyes right here, see where this fish is at. Not a bad looking little, these are some aggressive largemouth too. It's crazy. These things are definitely, you know, your traditional river fish. They're definitely out here to murder. So let's see where he's at. He is 15 and a quarter. And there you go, guys. Nice, healthy fish, aggressive. And there he goes. So that was on that same Sherman bait. So I'm not going to use any more of those. I'm probably going to keep the remaining baits that I have and try to conserve them. I do want to ultimately try and use those tomorrow. So we're going to use the 2 that have missing legs at this point, but that's going to be it, because I definitely am having success with the color purple. So I don't know if it's the color. I don't know if they're just going to eat anything that I throw at them. But right now, so far, 2 fish, purple baits, throwing against wood, sitting in about 12 feet of water. Again, that was on a free rig using a reaction tackle twist lock hook and just a regular drop shot weight with the round hole, not the drop shot weight with the little crimper, but the one with the actual eye, which allows that bait to kind of get down there. And then when I'm just really basically reeling it, popping it once, and if they don't hit it, then I'm immediately pulling it back. And they're kind of just hitting it on the fall, and then they're running with it, which is also another good sign. That means that they're actually feeding. They're aggressively hitting it and running with it. They're not just like mouthing it to get it away from them. They're actually smashing it and running. So that's a good sign. It's definitely tells me that they're feeding up, and hopefully that's a, you know, telltale thing that's going to happen tomorrow. That's a freaking beast. That's a freaking monster, dude. Wow. Holy crap, dude. Wow, that is a freaking tank of a bass, dude. Holy crap, dude. What the fuck? Gonna throw her back in. Big belly on that thing, 3 pound, 18 incher. Let's get her back in. There she goes. Another nice bass, guys. Tired. Oh no, I'm gonna hang out.
Oh yeah. How'd you caught him? I saw your picture.
5 pounder, 4 pounder, 18, an 18, a 15, a 17, and a couple of 13s.
The spot that I wanted to hit, everybody caught fish. With no pattern because we were all throwing different baits. I caught him on a fluke.
It was all
Nick
plastic.
caught him on a spinner bait. I can back up a little bit. I'm gonna try to get into the slip down here.
Down here?
I'm gonna try.
Good luck.
Are you coming back now or later?
Oh no, I was literally heading back to go. The mosquitoes were killing me.
That's what I said.
Really? Okay.
I was getting devastated by mosquitoes. I actually switched to moving baits so I'd stop getting hit with mosquitoes. Because I was actually hitting on plastics, but
Yeah, no shit.
yeah, Texas rigs and Wacky rigs, dude. Stop recording. Well guys, you just saw the group all together, the beef boat with my boy Nick, Janelle, Enthusiast Adventurer, for those of you who know her by her channel name. And yeah, so they're gonna go put the boat on the dock and I'm heading back to shore as well. I was kind of timed that perfectly actually. So I'm thinking we're gonna head back in, go get some food, do some hangout, and call it an evening. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get any footage from the hangout for tonight. It is gonna be a little bit dark and we do got a little bit of stuff we gotta prep for the tournament tomorrow. So I do wanna thank you guys for coming along with me. If you haven't already, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and as always, let's get out there, catch more fish. Stop recording.